even if it's just you're on the phone and just marching on the spot or something like that. So there's little things you can do to try and negate the risk of sitting for long periods. So cross-legged we talked about. Sleep position. Does anyone know the worst position to sleep in?
Your front.
On your front, yeah, obviously. So back or side is good. On your front, what happens, of course, if you're lying on your front, you have to turn your head. Unless you have a hole in your pillow, so you have to turn your head. That puts a lot of stress and tension through your neck and the nerves and joints in your neck here. You're breathing, so obviously you all know that to breathe, our chest has to rise and fall. If you're lying on your chest, you literally can't rise, of course, you're having to lift your body up. So studies have found people with prone sleep are more prone to getting chest infections and breathing issues. And then your lower back is not supported, so it puts more stress on your lower back. It tends to often get into funny positions like this as well. So twisting your spine has a big effect on it. So sleeping on your back or your side is fine. Pillows, you can get lots of fancy pillows these days, orthopedic type pillows, different V-shaped, all these different kind of things. The one thing we say, the most important thing is just think, is your head and neck in line? So if you're on your back, you don't want too many pillows, so your head's pushed up like this when you're sleeping. And then if you're lying on your side, you want enough space to fill that space so that you're not having too much and not too little. So that just reduces the stress on your neck and your spine, particularly when you're sleeping. Especially when your muscles are, if you have sat at a computer all day long, they're going to be generally tighter, so you want to be able to relax them when you're asleep and not having them tightening up when you're sleeping as well. Backpacks, I'm sure most people wear backpacks, laptops, handbags these days can be very heavy. So on one shoulder, we tend to try and lift that shoulder to keep the bag on, and that puts a lot of stress through the neck. So wearing a backpack over two shoulders, a handbag or a laptop bag, put it over the shoulder, so it comes across through here, but then still also change it over, so you're not always doing it on one side. So most of what we see in practice is not actually lots of big injuries, it's an accumulation. So it tends to be over time that the body starts to break down because it's always having the same behaviour, the same habit, and that stress will tend to build up. So stretching, it's a really good idea to stretch. We can give you some stretches, there's some basic stretches you can do which can be really helpful. If at the end you just want to give us your email address, you can email you some stretches. What most people do is they actually tend to stretch their back instead of stretching the hips. So when we're stretching out, we really want to be stretching the muscles which are getting tight day to day, so the back and the front of the hips. So a simple lunge stretch, you can stretch out the front of the hips because if you spend all day sitting, the muscles in the front get tight. Those muscles attach onto your spine, so it can pull on the discs and the joints and the nerves in your spine. So we want to be stretching more out, stretching the hips, so knees up to the chest, knees up towards you, stretching the front, rather than stretching like this. And does anyone know a very sort of, I would say dangerous, but a risky time to stretch?